Welcome to Potty Mouth. This is Stephanie.
This is Bert.
This is Brad.
And we're back with another movie review.
Yay! Applause here.
Home Alone. Christmas time. Is anybody fucking feeling it at all?
Nope.
I can't believe it's already here.
Here's the thing. I'm really starting to panic. We have a week from today. But I'm excited. I've been listening to Christmas music. And as much as I had the busiest fucking day of my life today, I'm still looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Last minute Christmas is at my house.
Oh, so you guys are hosting the family?
Yeah. Last minute.
We're doing pilot bills.
Yeah.
Pilot.
Yeah, last year, I cooked all fucking day. Cleaned up all fucking day. By the time I was ready to sit down and have fun, everybody's like, well, we've been here like 4 hours ready to go home. It's not happening. I texted bitches. I said, everybody brings a crock pot and a side dish. It's going to set up buffet style, and that's how the fuck we're going to do it. We're all wearing Christmas pajamas, and we're going to chill out and play games, and that's it.
It sounds like a good day.
Hell yeah. It's going to be chill. I may not even brush my hair. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She doesn't
relax.
normally brush her hair. Don't let her fool
I brush. God damn it, you're pissing me off already.
When she goes out in public, I live with her, so.
I mean, there's no reason for me to do anything with myself if I'm just staying home cleaning up after you. You act like you brush your hair.
I don't need to. Look at this shit.
I know.
Fucking Hasselhoff.
Those that can't see Bert, Bert has like a weird curly afro thing. His hair doesn't ever get longer, it just gets bigger.
Poofy.
It is poofy. But anyway, so Home Alone. Release date November 16th, 1990.
Wow. Almost
Jesus.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you
wow.
guys know that 20 years ago today, Chris Farley passed?
Really?
Fuck,
been
right?
20
years. Just feel the fucking
We're getting
grace
old.
and the menopause
Yeah.
and the shriveled balls.
That was
Just
such a
fucking feel
sad
it.
day. I loved
Just
Farley.
fucking
Yeah.
swim in it.
That was like the first celebrity that hit me, man. Like,
Right?
I loved him. Yeah, he was great.
Chris Farley.
It made a fuck ton of money. Budget was $18 million estimated. Opening weekend almost got there. Domestic only made just over $17 million.
And back then, that was damn good.
Yeah. Gross domestic only was almost $300 million, and worldwide gross was almost $500 million.
Wow.
So now you know why Macaulay Culkin had to sue his dad.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit of trivia. Chris Columbus, who was director on this one, Mr. Gremlins.
Really?
Yeah, he commented that when somebody asked how do you like working with kids, he goes, because it was his first time really working with kids, he was like, you know, I liked it, but it wasn't the kid that I was worried about. It was the parents. So Macaulay Culkin's parents, through the entire filming of fucking Home Alone, did nothing but bitch and bicker over who was getting the bulk of his movie money.
Really?
Oh yeah. So it was really bad. So I don't remember names, but Macaulay Culkin's dad and mom never got married.
And they never got along
And
either, as far as I
he
can
was
tell.
a talent agent, and he was all about taking his boys' money. And I know I watched a brief little documentary on Macaulay Culkin. He was actually at the lawyer's office reading the law books with the lawyers and the paralegals, so he knew what to say when the judge would talk to him. And he stood up, dressed up as his lawyer and everything, just like his lawyers, and presented his case to the lawyer. And that's what got him the money, because the judge is like, you are right, son. I mean, you're just a kid, and you already know more than what your parents know.
To me,
Wow.
It was a big deal.
it was like,
too.
you know how, the Jacksons, they were just pressured and pressured and pressured and pressured into being this fucking entity. Mm-hmm. Macaulay Culkin was treated the same fucking way.
And that's why they say Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson had such a tight relationship.
It's because they were
treated beyond
the exact
everybody
same
assuming
way.
the pervert thing, but like Michael Jackson saw Macaulay Culkin like he was as a kid. He was being told to grow up too fast or whatever it was.
He was just a payday. He was a
Yeah.
paycheck. It was basically like they just gave birth to their own prostitute.
Yeah.
They just whored him out.
field. Yep.
Yeah.
And that, like I said, that's why they had such a tight relationship. And,
They weren't parents, they were pimps.
And Macaulay Culkin is actually the godfather to Michael Jackson's kids.
Oh, really?
Because he was that close. And if anybody asks anything about Macaulay Culkin, about Michael Jackson, Macaulay Culkin, he looks down because he's afraid it's going to go the whole he was a pervert thing, and Macaulay Culkin will just say he was one of the greatest people I ever known. He was my best friend, and he just leaves it at that. Like he was my best friend, and I love him to death for that. And stuff like that makes you wonder if the whole Michael Jackson thing was just really hyped.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Macaulay Culkin's a little weird now, but like back then as a kid, I mean, I don't know either. But
the responsible adult in me wants to think that I wouldn't let my kids go with him alone. But then the person that grew up with Michael Jackson, in my mind, or in my heart, he was just a kid too. I mean, so like, if you take, like, have you ever met a woman with a really high childish voice?
Yeah.
There's a good chance that she was abused.
Really?
At a young age, which is why she stayed in that. In my heart, I feel like Michael Jackson was pressured so much as a kid that split personality, whatever you want to call it, he just mentally couldn't grow up. So I think he just identified with children.
I think so too.
Because he got pressured the adult life so much as a kid. So when he was finally on his own, he reverted back to the childhood he really never got to have.
I can totally see that.
But that's my heart. My mind
totally
and my
agree.
heart are a little separate on that, but it's hard for me to believe anything bad about Michael Jackson. Because I grew up with the dude.
Yeah. So before Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, just to put this out there, he was in Uncle Buck. If I remember right. And he stole the show, and that's why Home Alone was such a big deal.
If Uncle Buck had never been, Home Alone would have never been.
Really?
They wrote the movie for Macaulay Culkin, and when they did casting calls, they just did it for shits and giggles, just to see if they could get any better, because the whole fucking movie was basically written for Macaulay Culkin because of Uncle Buck.
Yeah, he stole the show in Uncle Buck. And if you look, there's a lot of the same actors and actresses in Uncle Buck, or also in Home Alone, because Macaulay Culkin had, like John Candy, just a repertoire with him. The one who plays his mom, also from Beetlejuice, she was in Uncle Buck. Just that repertoire was there, and they're like, we want to keep that cohesiveness.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Macaulay Culkin killed it. I mean, I haven't seen Uncle Buck in so long, I can't even remember, like, him being in it.
yeah, I mean, that was the thing with me, and I watched this big thing on Macaulay Culkin, and they were talking about, like, Uncle Buck. Everybody's like, wow, this kid is awesome. And they're like, Stephanie is killing the cat. She has taken a knife to its throat and slit it. It is bleeding all over the kitchen. Somebody call the vet.
What happened there?
He won't stop fucking on the door, and the whole last pod, as I'm editing it, all through Bad Santa, hear him rubbing up against the fucking microphones.
As she was editing Bad Santa, she threw her headphones. She's like, damn it, that fucking noise. Like, where's that? She goes, Odin, it wouldn't fucking knock it off.
Goddamn cats, man. Our podcast kitty is fucking fired.
She killed him.
So, runtime, 103 minutes.
That was longer than that, but yeah, I guess so.
Let's see, what else? Oh, under Parents Guide, it's listed, sex and nudity, mild. Where? Fucking where?
What was his brother's name?
Oh, he did pick up a Playboy.
Yeah, but what was his brother's name?
Buzz.
Buzz. That and Buzz's girlfriend.
Ah, yeah.
Violence and gore, mild.
Yeah, Joe Pesci and what's his name get it.
I mean,
pretty
that's
hard.
high on violence, but very low on gore, so I could see
the fire to the
mild.
head and the scalping and all that,
but
stepping on the nail, all that stuff. I see where they can say gore.
Profanity, mild. I think there's ass and the word shit.
Yep, I agree. Agreed.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, mild. Santa smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Frightening, intense scenes, mild. Basically, it's mild. It's a mild movie, parents.
It's a classic.
It's a tradition in our house around the holidays to watch Home Alone. The first one and the second one. The other ones do not exist.
Yeah, we don't watch the other ones. First and second.
I've never seen them.
So, it got 2 Oscar nominations. Best Music, Original Song for Somewhere in My Memory by John Williams and Leslie Bricusse. And then Best Music, Original Score for John Williams. Golden Globe nominee for Best Motion Picture, Comedy or Musical. Golden Globe nominee for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, of course, Macaulay Culkin. American Academy Award winner, funniest actor in a motion picture, Macaulay Culkin. And a ton of other shit, even some British shit.
It was a well-received
Yeah.
film. It really was. So
Absolutely.
totally
Got a
worth it.
Blimp Award winner for favorite movie. I don't even know what that is.
Blimp, that's Nickelodeon, right? The Blimp
I'm
Awards?
assuming
Oh,
so.
yeah, I think so.
It's the only thing I can think of that uses a blimp.
I think it is. I think it happened. Blimp was before the Kids' Choice, I believe.
Director, Chris Columbus. Writer, John Hughes. So I forgot that it was John Hughes, but now that I know it's John Hughes, Home Alone was John Hughes' best movie. Fuck Breakfast Club.
What, did he write it?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So Breakfast Club and 16 Candles and all those jerk me off redheaded movies, like,
Yep, Nickelodeon Blimp Award. So.
fuck them. Home Alone, in my opinion, is John Hughes' best movie.
Home Alone was good, and I'm a big John Candy fan. Like, I liked almost every movie John Candy was in, and even though he was in the movie, he didn't need to be. I mean, his part was small and nice, but at the same
But
time,
you remember it.
yeah, but it wasn't necessary.
It
I
took him-
know why he was there to show the mom's progression and trying to rescue her son and everything.
It took a day to film his parts.
Oh, really?
A day.
Yeah.
And there's a fan theory that John Candy is actually the devil. He portrays the devil in that movie. Because remember when she's screaming in the fucking airport, she goes, if I have to get out on the runway and hitchhike, if I have to sell my soul to the devil himself. When she says that, John Candy turns around and puts his hand up.
That's kind of funny.
I know. I kind of giggled at that. I loved
And
it.
since you mentioned Chris Farley, John Candy was probably the first one that really hit me hard when he passed away.
Yeah.
So,
Wagons East is the film he was on. So
the little synopsis. An 8-year-old troublemaker, I'm going to disagree with that, must protect his house from a pair of burglars when he is accidentally left home alone by his family during Christmas vacation.
all right, so instead of troublemaker, 8-year-old with a terrible fucking uncle, his brother who ate all his damn cheese pizza, spilt the milk all over the passports.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
All right, good.
We're going to get
good.
into that.
So I really feel like he was getting the raw end of the deal there.
Yeah.
He was being a little butthead, but he was getting the raw end of the deal.
We'll discuss
Totally.
that. Macaulay Culkin, Kevin, Joe Pesci, Harry, Daniel Stern, Marv, John
Marv.
Hurd, Peter, Roberts, Blossom. Really? It's Old Man Marley. It's an interesting
He
name.
just passed away not too long ago.
Catherine O'Hara, Kate.
Yep, Catherine O'Hara, Beetlejuice.
See, Angela Gothius as Lenny. Devin Rattray is Buzz. Jerry Bammon, Uncle Frank, Dick. Hillary Wolf as Megan. John Candy as Gus Polinski. Harry Hankin is Officer Balzac.
Balzac!
I'm fucking 5 years old. I swear. Michael C. Morana as Jeff. Kristen Minter as Heather.
All right, now we're getting into characters
Yeah.
we don't care about. So you
Well, wait, one more. Kieran McCulkin as Fuller. Because
Oh, yeah,
Fuller
that
is
is the
Macaulay
little
Culkin's little brother.
Fuller's gonna wet the bed.
And when I mentioned that to somebody the other day, they're like, nuh-uh. I'm like, bitch, just watch it. You can't deny those two are related.
You know what? Until you mentioned it, I had no fucking
I,
idea.
I remember that from before. Yeah, the McCulkin face.
Yeah.
was
There's
like,
just something. It's...
like the little brother in Signs,
Yeah.
who's the one we just watched in that movie, Bullet Head or whatever. And yeah, I mean, you could just like look at like that's a McCulkin right there. It's just no doubt.
Yeah, there's
Culkin.
absolutely no doubt. So we already talked about that with Uncle Buck. There would be no Home Alone.
Yep.
And that the role of Kevin was specifically written for Macaulay Culkin. And that his brother was in the film with him. What Chris Columbus said about working with Macaulay Culkin's parents.
Like I said, I heard his dad is a total asshole.
So, for a while, Home Alone was a Guinness World Record holder for more than 25 years.
Really?
Yeah, Home Alone topped the box office, making over $17 million in 1,202 theaters. The movie maintained its number one spot for a full 12 weeks and remained in the top 10 until June of the following year. It became the highest-grossing film of 1990 and earned the Guinness World Record as the highest-grossing live-action comedy ever domestically. And it held on to that title for some time, for 27 years to be exact, until the Chinese blockbuster Never Say Die knocked it out of the spot in 2017.
Wow.
What knocked it out? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Never Say Die.
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Neither have I.
Yeah, knocked it out. That's just goofy.
So because of that, the Home Alone actually became a verb. Whenever a movie came out and they were waiting for it to knock Home Alone out, and it didn't, they'd say that movie got Home Aloned.
I like getting tarried.
Apparently, Poland loves the McAllisters. It is actually a Christmas tradition in Poland where the films are aired on national television since 1990.
That's cool.
And the fucking McAllisters' home is worth $1.585 million.
It's in a classy-ass neighborhood. I've driven through that neighborhood before.
Oh,
It's
really?
Winnetka,
Where was it?
Illinois.
Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Outside Chicago.
It's Winnetka, Illinois.
Is that what that house is worth now?
Yeah, she sold it for that in 2012.
Okay.
Kevin's Treehouse was actually not part of that. It was all shot in Chicago. And Robert De Niro turned down the role of Harry.
Robert De Niro's a piece of shit, so
Oh my God.
he's probably a flat earther. Sorry, he's a cocksucker. I can't like him anymore. Can I say cocksucker? Yeah, I can say cocksucker on this. We're good.
Are you serious? All the shit we've said and you're questioning cocksucker? Anyway, let's get into this. So, I have to say, in the opening with the theme music, I love that little jingle.
I was about to say, can we address how great that fucking theme song is?
First of all, Christmas music aside, which all the songs are awesome and very properly placed, but perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, you open on the scene on the gorgeous $1.5 million house.
This beautiful house.
And then inside, shit is hitting the fan. Now, let me tell you what. There are several people in my life, nobody would be going to fucking Paris from their house. I can tell you that much. Because I know people that have to take anxiety medicine before they come over for 15 fucking people for Christmas. So there's no way I could handle that. But Joe Pesci's just standing there, trying to get a hold of everybody, and then he goes through all that questioning. Are your parents home? Yes. Do they live here? No. How stupid are these fucking kids?
These are teenagers in 1999.
1990.
Oh, yeah, 1990, sorry. 1989.
Don't give them that credit.
Yes. No, they'd be worse in 19... No, that was us. Never mind. So
we meet Kevin when he comes into his parents' bedroom and complaining that Uncle Frank will let him watch that movie.
You filthy animal.
And they're packing their suitcases. And then they tell him to get out and go pack his suitcase. And then, can I just say, that whole scene where everybody's being a dick to him about packing his suitcase, this kid is fucking 8.
Yeah.
First of all...
We have an 18-year-old that can't pack for himself, okay?
I check with my oldest to make sure he's got all his shit, and I don't even trust Bert to pack our youngest shit, because he don't even know where half his stuff is. I ain't gonna expect and he's getting ready to turn 7.
That is a true statement. But with the 18-year-old, he's gonna go spend the weekend with his dad. Like, you got everything? Yep. Got shoes? Yep. Got shirt? Yep. Got socks? Yep. Got underwear? Nope, I forgot that.
Fucking underwear.
I mean, I almost forgot the shoes, other than the fact the ones I was wearing, you know? I mean, but no, he forgot the underwear. He's like, nope, I didn't get that.
Yeah, those guys are dicks.
Yeah, 8 years old, come on. I mean, yeah, that you know, what if, like, Home Alone, they're on the plane, they're taking off, and went Final Destination on them? I mean...
I think Evan would have been fine.
I think he would have been too. I think he did quite well.
Then the topic of the hide-a-bed with Fuller. All right, so if he's 8, this kid's 6. If that kid is still mowing down Pepsis and pissing the bed, and everybody knows it, why would you pair that kid to sleep with anybody? He'd be wearing rubber pants, sleeping on the linoleum in the fucking kitchen.
He wouldn't be drinking Pepsi after 6.
Yeah, and I love when they're like, if he has something to drink before, he's going to wet the bed. Where are the fucking, his parents, his fucking dad sitting right goddamn next
it's
to
Uncle
him.
Frank. He's a
Uncle
piece of shit.
Fred? Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I can't wait to place him on the list of douchebaggery because I got some motherfucking shit to say about Uncle fucking
So
Frank.
we have forgotten the most important part of the intro of this film.
What?
The little Nina pizza delivery guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Little Nero.
Little Nero.
He hasn't arrived yet in my list.
But it's coming.
yes.
But that fucking statue and that car was a fucking champ. Not a dent anywhere.
Well, did you read the side of the Little Nero's pizza car?
I want pizza now, just so you guys...
Dude,
Delivery in...
When I was a kid, every time I walked out, I wanted
Listen,
pizza.
if you want to come over for the little dude's birthday this Saturday, we are going to pizza. It is a pizza-themed birthday party.
Hell
We're pizzaing
yeah.
the fuck out of my house.
She's going a little bit
Nice.
crazy. I was going to go buy pizza. But
Listen, I got plates shaped like slices of pizza. It's going to be the shit.
Sounds excellent.
So anyway,
All right, so
but
keep going.
before that, he
Before the
goes
pizza
into
guy.
Buzz's room, and I wouldn't let you. What did he say? I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my ass.
something like that.
What the fuck, dick? And then so that's when they look outside because they hear old man Marley with that trash can of salt salting the fucking sidewalks, and Buzz lays down that he's the South Bend shovel slayer. First of all, how the fuck do bodies become salt? Second of all, if he killed his family, it was recently. It doesn't have enough time to do anything. And if he's sprinkling dead bodies on the sidewalk, that's a shit ton of DNA, even for the 90s.
Once again, teenagers from the 1990s.
And then the pizza guy shows up and nails that fucking statue. So, I don't know why there's at least two older ones than Buzz. One, maybe two. Buzz ordered the pizza. Now, I'm going to jump ahead. I think Buzz purposely didn't order Kevin enough cheese fucking pizza.
Or didn't he even actually order
Cheese pizza. That's what I'm
Because you don't
saying.
even see a box that looks empty, like there's pieces and pizza in
How do
every
you
box.
pick the most inconsiderate fucking teenager in that goddamn house to order?
Did he order the pizza?
Yes.
I don't remember that part.
When they were yelling back and forth, I've seen the movie a billion times,
Yeah,
but I
I
really paid attention to it when I was making notes.
I don't believe you.
Buzz ordered the fucking pizza. Watch it, bitch. But
then, yeah,
he didn't either. Or I mean, inconsiderate as shit. He either didn't order any cheese on purpose, or he didn't order enough on purpose. But I feel like it was on purpose.
So you know that I'm going to assume he didn't order it at all. And you know if Uncle Frank had anything to do about it, he wasn't paying for it. Because brother's house!
He'd have ordered about $300 worth of pizza and probably got himself some fucking
Yeah, and there was like 12 pizzas there. It was $10 a piece, 120 something. That's good. I mean, that's a pretty good price for pizza.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
10 pizzas, $12. That's what he said.
That was 12 pizzas, $10.
Yeah, whatever the little Nero guy said.
There was a stack of pizzas, though, for sure.
I mean, but
I
yeah.
really want some pizza.
And we're hungry.
Yeah.
We haven't eaten dinner yet. I could fucking drive down to Little Caesars and get me a deep dish right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, we're fine, bitch!
Right on, keep going.
Oh my god, get off my notes! You can't read my notes or
Was
shorthand.
Little Nero's a real pizza giant?
I don't think so.
Oh, look
Google
it up.
it. Bert, Gurgle it.
Gurgle it.
Gurgle it.
Gurgle it
So
is
anyway,
not a search
it was
engine.
$122.50.
Yep.
It took them forever to talk to the cop, and then forever to pay for those pizzas. Now, I didn't count how much money she gave him, but I'm assuming that
I think
he
it was
got
140. I thought it was 820s.
Oh, was it?
I thought it was 820s. And she goes, oh, nice tip.
Yeah.
I think it was more than that, but I could be
Well,
wrong.
see, he said when I was watching, I thought 150, but yeah, 140, 150. So
I mean, it was probably a decent tip for the 90s. But this is where we first established that Uncle Frank is cheap as fuck.
And we all know people like this.
Yes.
He runs in there like a fucking kid, first at the goddamn pizza. He can't come off $122.50.
No, because his brothers paid for everything. The trip to Paris and everything. Look at him on the plane trying to fucking hide
I'm
the peanuts.
sorry. If somebody, and then put the fucking silverware in her purse and shit. And the first thing he says is, can we have some champagne? It's free, right? Yeah. Uncle Frank is a dick. But anyway, his fucking brother is springing for his entire fucking family to go to Paris for the holidays. The least he could do is pay for fucking pizza.
All right. So apparently Little Nero's Pizza was not real.
Okay.
But in 2015, to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the classic comedy Home Alone, some pizza places named themselves Little Nero's Pizza, deliver pizza to your house for a day.
That's fucking adorable. Now, I do know that movie that they were watching, that's not a real movie. It was made for Home Alone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you can buy Little Nero's Pizza gear. And pretty much it's a cop-off of Little Caesars.
I still like it, and I would wear that t-shirt. But anyway. So then there's the pizza incident in the kitchen where Kevin asks for cheese pizza. And Buzz says, well, if you want any, somebody's going to have to barf it up. And then he starts fake barfing. All right, listen. As a parent, this whole scene fucking triggers me. First of all, the older one started it. The older one should know better. They both should have gotten in trouble. The fact that Kevin reacted back, I wouldn't have grounded his ass and made him leave. I would have scolded him about rising to physical altercations. Buzz's ass would have gone to his fucking room.
I would have kicked Buzz right in the fucking balls. Fat fuck.
As a parent, that drives me nuts. And then everybody ganging up on the 8-year-old. What kind of fucking parenting is going on in this house?
Yeah, Kevin.
And as far as I can tell, Mom ain't got a job, so these kids should be more well-behaved.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Mom's got a job.
I'm pretty sure she ain't. Do you see how clean that house is? 5 fucking kids, 15 people
That house
in
sold
the
for
house.
over $1 million in one of the nicest neighborhoods in urban Chicago. They have a maid.
And they have a dog who's staying at the pet resort while they're out of town.
Yeah. We can't afford no pet resort. We have to get people to watch our animals.
Listen,
or let them starve.
during Christmas, that maid was off. That house should have already been trashed, and it wasn't. Mom ain't got a job.
Yeah, she does.
And $100.5 million house, she ain't got to work.
I don't know what you think money does.
Brad, what were you going to say?
What was the older teenage girl that later on kind of, I don't want to jump forward, but fuck it, did the head count? Was she a kid, or was she like the nanny?
She counted herself as a kid because she said 11, including me.
Yeah, I want to say she's like 16 is what she's supposed to be.
I wasn't sure if she was like a nanny
I
or
thought she was a sister or the niece.
So when she approaches Joe Pesci, the cop, Harry, we're just going to call him Harry. When she approaches Harry, he says, "Are your parents home?" And she says, "Yes." Okay. And he goes, "Can I talk to them?" She says, "No." And he says, "Why?" She says, "They live in Paris."
Ah, so it might be the niece.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's a niece situation.
Gotcha.
Why she's there and not in Paris, I don't know. But anyway. But yeah, she counted herself as the kids. When they were doing the head count, she said 11 kids plus me. What was it? 4 parents, 2 drivers, and a partridge in a pear tree. Wasn't it? I know there were 2 drivers.
All right, so according to Crone.com, they just figured this out this year, what the parents of Macaulay Culkin or Kevin did. So according to the official novelization of the film, written by Todd Strasser as a quick promotional tie-in, Peter McAllister is a prominent businessman, possibly a day trader, and Miss Kate McAllister is a fashion designer, thus all the mannequins that Kevin was able to use in the pantry scene.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, but I also like the fan theory that Kevin's dad was a mobster.
Well, businessman, mobster...
Yeah, we don't know what he's slinging while his wife's at home making. Yeah. But yeah, if she's a fashion designer, she's got mannequins at home, she's working from home.
Very well possible.
I'm just saying.
She was employed,
so
I'm right, you're wrong.
What are your feelings about this big scene with the pizza, and how would you have approached the whole situation?
Like I said, it kicked Buzz in the balls, and pretty much everything else Kevin said. I'll be happy if you guys aren't here when I wake up in the morning.
She says, well, then you should just ask Santa for a new family. And he's like, I will. And she says, get up there. I don't want to see you for the rest of the night. And Kevin says, well, I don't want to see you for the rest of my life. And I was like, you go!
That 6-year-old's got... Our 6-year-old's got that too. Yeah. Our 6-year-old's got 8-year-olds.
Well, he'll be 7 on Saturday.
Because we make him and he goes, fine, I'll just find a new family.
Yeah, he pulls that shit.
I'm like, really? Is that what you're going to say? Go to bed. No, I'm sorry.
So, Brad, what would you have done after the pizza incident?
I mean, yeah, obviously the older kid was the bastard, so, he should know better. So, I'm in that ballpark.
I'm sorry, but the redheaded kid, what the fuck is his name? I can never remember all the brothers and sisters' names.
I know. Kevin and Buzz.
Yeah, the redhead was like on a Nickelodeon show, like Pete and Pete or some shit like that.
Yeah, okay. So
really?
Jeff. Yeah. So
Pete,
Jeff,
I love that show.
The redhead, he was like, God, Kevin, you're such a disease.
That's right. Oh, my God.
His ass would have gotten scolded, too. And then where's the other? Megan and Lenny. They didn't say anything, did they? I don't think so.
They all gave him that look.
Yeah. And then Frank, look what you did, you little jerk. Fuck you, Frank!
Yeah.
God, he pisses me off. But anyway, in the process of cleaning up the spilled milk, if you notice in the napkins, the giant wad of napkins that Kevin's dad has, his fucking plane ticket is in that and gets thrown in the garbage and covered up. A lot of people miss that, but I saw the first time I watched it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. I watched it a couple days ago.
So Jeff is played by Michael C. Morana, and his current career is as a stage electrician.
Nice. It's what you get for calling Kevin McAllister a disease.
You're the disease.
But then Kevin says, well, I don't want to see you again for the rest of my life. And then they all go to bed, and the power lines go down, and then they fucking slept in. This whole little, like, quick little jingle as they're getting ready, and it's throughout the film. I really like all that music. Whether it's the Christmas songs or not. It was that...
I mean, there's a reason it got those Emmys, you know, right?
Yeah.
I mean...
John Williams kills.
Yeah. So, then the neighbor kids come over, and the neighbor kid, one of the Murphys...
Yeah.
That talking ass kid comes over, and he gets the head count as Kevin. Bye, guys. Bring me something French. Dude, you ain't getting shit. You can tell he didn't say bye to one of those kids. He ain't friends with any of those kids that live over there. Did you notice that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Nobody even paid attention to him. But what if they noticed Kevin wasn't there to begin with? They're not making it to Paris, right?
I mean, that is true, but somebody could have just gone in there and woken him up. But yeah, no, he accidentally gets counted as Kevin. So that's how they got through that. Mm-hmm. And then the fucking race to the airport. And then they're running through the airport and Run Run Rudolph's playing. I love that scene.
Yeah, it was good.
And then they get the plane. Now, let's discuss...
No, hang on, before we go there. They had less than 45 minutes before their flight takes off. That shit ain't happening today.
No.
Can you imagine trying to get that many people through TSA and everything now?
That shit's a pain.
Oh my God. If you're not 2 hours early to the airport, you might as well not even freaking... You might as well reschedule your flight.
Yeah,
it's like, my flight's at 5 p.m. I should get there at 5 a.m.
Yeah. Not quite that bad.
But still, might as well be, considering the fact that they made it to the airport, got through security, and on their plane in 45 minutes. I can't even get to Meijer, out the car, and grocery shop in 45 minutes.
Ugh.
Don't turn your nose up at grocery shopping. It's therapeutic.
Just the thought of going out in public and...
So, let's discuss the fact that the kids are in fucking coach and the 4 parents are in first class. What a dick move is that, and who's in charge of fucking
I would
Fuller?
have no problem with that. Fucking put the kids back there. They can keep themselves occupied.
So that's the same thing Gordon Ramsay does. Like, his family... They all ride coach while him and his wife fly first class.
I'm alright with that.
Here's my thing. If it was just the Buzz
These
age
motherfuckers
kids,
are already going to Paris, like 15 fucking people.
Yeah.
They got fucking money. Fuck you guys.
but there's a fucking 6-year-old
I'm
back
lucky to get
there.
to go to Paris, Kentucky and eat a Sonic burger, okay? Come on. I mean,
Yeah, we probably run out of gas before we made it to Paris, Kentucky. But anyway,
it's not that far from here.
But
there's a 6-year-old back there.
There's not much they can get into on a plane.
Oh, yeah, there is.
No.
Haven't you ever seen these fucking videos?
What is their YouTube videos?
Kids flipping shit on planes, trying to get kids kicked off of planes, people complaining and starting shit with parents and fist fighting over crying fucking babies.
That movie, Samuel L. Jackson, Snakes on the Plane, was actually kids on the plane. But
but they thought it wouldn't be very PC, so they
just
changed
snakes.
kids to snakes.
Oh, really?
No, I'm making that up.
I just went along with that
get it there.
bullshit. Kids on a plane would be listed as a horror movie.
Yes, it would.
Okay, I say this because I'm not a parent, but I just feel like, yeah, fuck, the kids can go in the back. It'll be fine.
I don't know. I mean, yes, and had I been presented with it, maybe if my oldest was going to be sitting right next to my youngest, But I don't know.
They had the 16-year-old that did the head count.
Well, so how good she was.
Buzz told Kevin that he wouldn't let him sleep in his room if he was growing on his ass. That means that one teenage girl would be in charge of all those fucking kids, and who knows if she even got to sit next to any of them, because they just had to take what seats were left.
All she'd really have to worry about is Kevin and the 6-year-old.
Which at that point, she probably should have noticed Kevin wasn't on the fucking plane.
You'd think they probably would have noticed in the bus ride over at some point, but...
Yeah, no, they're all self-centered dicks.
I mean, you look at the airport. Like, the airport's a pretty crowded place. You think you'd be double-checking head count there at the airport, you know?
Well, they were run Rudolphing.
Doesn't matter. You just made it when they got to the gate.
So... Fucking Frank asks about the free champagne and then stealing peanuts and then makes his wife put the fucking silverware in her purse because it's real crystal. God damn, it gets better. We're laying a baseline for this whole Frank thing. So then, Kevin wakes up. Mom? Dad? Uncle Frank? Yeah, I want to call for him at all. But anyway, so he's looking for everybody. There's nobody there. He goes down in the basement calling for people, and then the furnace does that Kevin thing, and he runs upstairs and he sits down, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he thinks, I made my family disappear. And then he remembers all the bullshit they've said to him, and then he gets really happy that he made his family disappear. And he commences to celebrate. And I don't blame him one fucking bit. Then, back on the plane, Mom's like, something's wrong. They're like, to leave the coffee pot on?
Nope.
I turned it off. Did you close the garage door? That's it. I forgot the garage. And then suddenly...
Which you notice.
Yeah.
Which you do notice.
Yes, yeah, because when he runs outside looking for everybody, you see both garage doors open.
And at first you're thinking, well, who the hell leaves the freaking garage open? But then they do explain it, so good job to the finer details.
A little bit of continuity there. But then she realizes Kevin's gone. As she is having a proverbial meltdown, Dad is not fucking freaking out at all. Why?
Because Kevin's not his.
Yes.
I don't know. He looks more like Buzz's dad than he does Kevin's. I mean, come on.
They have 2 redheads, a brunette, and 2 blondes.
Yeah, something's going on there.
The fashion designer mama.
But
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
He's not a present father at all with any of them, which leads me to believe that whatever he's doing business-wise, whether it's leaving horse heads in people's fucking beds or fucking businessing or Wall Street or whatever, he's never fucking home. And for him to be that goddamn calm, they're in the fucking air, headed toward fucking Paris, and his 8-year-old is home alone. Ought to all but parachute out the ass end of that fucking plane.
Maybe he was trying to keep the mom chill.
Nah, I'm the first one out the fucking door. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be calm as fuck all you want. I'd be in that cockpit with the fucking pilots, getting a hold of the cops goddamn immediately.
I think he would have been taken down by a U.S. Marshal at this
It doesn't take me down.
Back then, there wasn't such a thing on the planes. So, we were just talking about the first class and everything on Coach, so I just came across on Fact Republic. Gordon Ramsay has chosen not to give his children a large inheritance, does not take them to expensive restaurants, not even his own, and does not allow them to sit in first class on planes, so they are not spoiled. So maybe that's what Kevin's dad's doing, you know?
Yeah.
Or Kevin's not him, or his. The kids aren't his. They're all adopted. They're actually an orphanage.
Yeah.
What's one of the first things Kevin does when he's celebrating?
Runs around the house like a madman.
And then?
Sled rides down the stairs.
No.
Oh.
Eats popcorn, jumping up and down on Mom and Dad's bed. This is a classic no-no, which he proceeded to do. Jumping up and down on Mom's bed is forbidden. Also, eating on Mom and Dad's bed is forbidden. In any household.
I remember getting in trouble for jumping on the bed, so I related well with that one.
Actually, our youngest gets in trouble for it frequently.
He's like, I'm not jumping, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a smart little sucker. But then, he watches the forbidden movie.
You filthy animal.
And that's when he yells, Mom! And then you see her on the plane and she's freaking out. But anyway. So then we're done with the McAllisters. In comes Harry and Marv. I call them Harv when I put them together.
Harv.
I was talking about it today and I kept calling them both Harv. But anyway, so they're sitting out front and he knows all the timing for all the lights because he's cased all these houses. And then the lights on the McAllisters' house comes up and he's like, and that's it, Marv. That's the silver tuna. And they're like, crowbars up, and they go to break in. But Kevin hears the car door and runs up and turns on the light. The kid could have freaked out. He could have done anything. And he runs down and he turns on the light to the basement. I mean, it was a thing, like a quick little thinking thing, but it got them to leave. He could have run out the house. He could have just run upstairs and hid and stayed under the bed the whole time they were robbing the fucking joint. But he went and turned on that light. And that was super fucking smart. In my opinion. So now the family's in Paris. And they kick that bitch off the phone. And they're calling everybody. And they can't get a hold of anybody. It's answering machines. And then... what's Mom's name? Kate. She calls the cops. Those were the most useless sacks of shit I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I was pretty upset by that whole fucking thing.
Hyper on 2! What the fuck?
A Hyper on 2.
Could you imagine if that shit tried to happen today with the PC world that we live in?
Oh, God.
They make a big deal.
I mean, it'd be on fucking Fox News before she would hang up.
And then think about it now. People Facebook video them busting out fucking car doors to rescue people's jobs. And you can't go one fucking summer without somebody being tortured on fucking Facebook for leaving their baby in the car, which they fucking deserve. But...
what, the babies or the people?
No.
I was going to say, damn,
If you leave your baby in a car, if you forget you have a fucking kid, you are a piece of shit. If you do it on purpose, you deserve nothing but to be ass raped and burn in hell for all fucking eternity.
Wow, Steph.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I love put something important in the back seat with your kid. My kid ain't important?
My kid ain't never shut up a day in his life. I couldn't forget him if I tried.
Mom, mommy, mom. What? I love you.
But anyway, so yeah, they agree to send somebody over and they knock on the door and he's scared. And then he comes out from under the bed after the cops leave. I'm not scared anymore. And there's old man Marley and he screams and he runs back in the house. So
remember earlier we were talking about pizza?
Yeah.
Oh man. Will you shut up? So then they're at the airport, and they can't do anything about getting her on the flight, but the woman suggests they stay on standby. Again, Mom stays, Dad fucks off to his brother's apartment.
He's probably like Uncle Frank. There's probably free shit at the other brother's house.
Listen, I can only imagine if that happened to Bert and I, we'd have to fist fight each other over who was going to go rescue the kid.
I want to know why the fuck you left our kid behind in the first place.
It wouldn't have happened, bitch. I'm the only one that takes care of his ass.
I just would have forgot his socks.
Or his shoes, or him, or his jacket. He'd have been out in negative 19-degree weather wearing swimming trunks. You don't even know where shit is. And you never question the outfit he picks out.
No, I always question the outfit, but he's like, well, I dress myself.
So, anyway. So then Kevin decides to run errands, and he fucking busts into Buzz's room, and that's when he's going through all the shit, and then he climbs up, and he breaks all the shelves, and he gets the cash, and then the spider's on the loose. I love how they just randomly cut away to this spider just tooling around this house. Notice the spider always goes to Kevin. You know? It's like it's lonely and shit. I feel for that spider.
Charlotte's Web.
But, so then you see Marv and Harry at the Murphys, and they hear on the answering machine from Dad, we're in Paris, you can reach us here, blah, 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 blah. And then so they decide that they're going to go back tonight.
So let's hold up a second. So the dad's trying to call everybody in the neighborhood to check up on Kevin. Not a motherfucker is home.
Yeah.
Everybody is gone. what do these people do for a living?
Here's my
My
thing.
guidance counselor sucked.
For real.
So, no matter how much money we make, at some point we may have a destination Christmas. But I like spending Christmas at home.
I tried to talk you into it, and you said, fuck you. And I'm like, the Motel 6 in Lexington.
At some point, if we can afford to take all of our family to, like, Colorado, something extra snowy and fucking atmospheric.
She wants to go to Mile High City.
Fine. But there will be snow, and there will be my whole family. And if any of my family was ever like Uncle Frank, they're getting left the fuck home. So he would have been there to answer the phone.
No, this is what's going to happen. She's going to go. She's going to forget about me. I'm going to go, hello? Stephanie? They're gone. They're all gone. Me jumping on the bed, eating popcorn.
I love you. So then they're leaving, and Marv plugs up all the bullshit and turns on the water and comes out giggling. Of all the dumb shit that they could do to leave behind a mark, and why do they need a mark, and why the water? And the Wet Bandits? Really?
Because their van's a plumbing van. That's the joke.
Yeah, but Wet Bandits?
Well, they could be the drain cloggers. I mean...
I don't know. It just seems... You know Marv came up with all that shit. Harry had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, Harry didn't give a shit.
Yeah, he just wanted stuff.
Yeah.
And they steal some random ass shit, don't they?
They sure do.
And I don't feel like they're going to pawn it. I feel like they're hardcore hoarders.
You think so?
No, there's a fence. I guarantee it.
I wonder what they do in their, when they're not
Because they take a lot of
burglarizing.
stuff that can be pawned, but they almost Grinch style the fucking houses. Everything's gone. I think they keep a lot of random shit. And then Marv has got his collection of fucking snow globes on the dashboard of the goddamn van.
Are they do you think they're drug addicts, or do they have like a cabin
Or
somewhere?
what do they call it when you're addicted to stealing?
Kleptomaniac?
Yeah, they're both kleptos.
You think that's what it is?
Maybe, I don't know. It's just fucking weird behavior to me. Because you would think you wouldn't want, like, if they got pulled over in that van, holy fuck. You take high price items and you get the fuck out. They spent all day in there Grinch styling these fucking houses. Leaving crumbs even too small for the who's mouses. I'm fucking telling you. You guys are cocksuckers. You don't get my humor.
No, it's the Grinch. I get it. But no, I mean, there's a fence. They were selling that shit off. The Wet Bandits is all because their van's a plumbing van or what the fuck ever. I mean, yeah. There's a very small underlying theme there. It was well played. Well played.
When they pull out of the Murphy's house, they almost hit Kevin. Yeah. And that's when the exchange happens, and they go to follow him home, and Kevin runs, and he gets away from him.
So we left out the whole part about Kevin stealing the toothbrush from the store.
Oh, yeah, because he was coming home all sulking. He's like, I'm a criminal.
Yeah, because Mr. Malley or whatever was at the store.
Mr. Old Man Marley.
Old Man Marley with that store.
And he stole that toothbrush.
Yep.
Which, goddamn.
I mean, he already stole the money from Buzz's bedroom. I mean, he's already he's already
a
crook, He's on the path. He's on the path.
Unleashed on his ass like he just jacked a fucking...
Stop that boy!
They did get pretty hardcore over toothbrush.
Right, and then the cops are chasing him and shit like he just straight up jacked the whole store. It's a fucking toothbrush. And you should
imagine the news at night? Armed robbery at local store.
Yeah.
Tonight at 7.
What a responsible little boy, though, to go steal money and buy a toothbrush.
Right? And then ask if it's
approved by the American
Dental Association. Look, my youngest is going to be 7. He don't even know what the fucking American Dental Association
he knows he needs to brush his teeth.
That's true, and he doesn't give me shit about it.
I'm happy about that.
Okay, so now the family's in Paris, and they're bored as fuck. Uncle fucking Frank again. With the goddamn shrimp cocktail. And he's like, get some shrimp for mes enfants. And then she's like, clearly, the fucking woman of the house, she's like, Frank, those are for later. He doesn't even look at her, gives 0 fucks about serving her food ahead of time to everybody. God, I want to nut fucking punch Uncle Frank so bad.
Yeah, Uncle Frank is a fuck. Let's just put it out there, shall we? I'm not a fan of Uncle Frank.
But then the conversation comes between one of the sisters, I can't remember these girls' names, and Buzz. And she's like, aren't you, like, she is genuinely concerned. At least one of them is, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, really.
Jesus. And she looks at Buzz and she's like, aren't you at least a little bit worried about him? And he goes, the little squirt could use some a dose of the real world. And she goes, but he's so helpless. And he says, nothing's going to happen, and I'll tell you why. And I love his descriptions. He's like, A, I'm not that lucky. 2, we have smoke detectors. And D, we live in the most boring street in America.
Alright, first of all, it might be a boring street, but every one of the motherfuckers weren't home. They were on some sort of vacation.
And yeah, the whole...
They have money in that neighborhood, I'm sorry.
And the whole smoke detector thing, like... It buzzes a dick. Anyway, so then... Kevin calls himself in his own personal cheese pizza. Little Nero shows up in less than 20 minutes and takes out that statue again. So then he does the thing where they exchange the money through the doggy door, which again, he somehow knows that he shouldn't be seen alone in that house. That it would be questioned by other adults that this 8-year-old is like, yeah. He is very smart. But then he's like, keep the change. And then he's like, cheapskate. And he's like, I'm going to give you to the count of 10. I loved it. I love that. So, Mom's at another airport now. And she's training that old couple for a spot on their plane, which was super crafty of her. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin finally misses his family. It took 2 days for him to give a shit. I mean, that just on that level. And then he goes grocery shopping. Would you go back out after what happened the first time you went to go buy a toothbrush? You notice he goes to a different place. Mm-hmm. He goes to a grocery store this time. But I don't know. I'd be a little... But, I mean, when you need milk, you need fucking milk.
You absolutely do.
So then the woman at the grocery store questions him, and he has a fucking coupon for orange juice.
I have a coupon for that. Yep.
Where's your mom? She's in the car. Where's your dad? He's at work. Where's your brothers and your sisters? I'm an only child. Are you here by yourself? Man, I'm 8 years old.
Yeah,
where do you live? I can't tell you. You're a stranger.
Yeah, he's pretty freaking clever with it.
Yeah, he is. I mean... When you were 8 years old, did you even know what the fuck coupons were?
Oh. Yes. Not what they were meant for. But, like, I would go grocery shopping with my mom. You remember those automatic coupon things? That was,
I missed those. Thing? Yeah. Would she let you put them in?
No.
My mom
no, the one that popped them out. This is the one in this aisle that pop out. I played the coupon game. How many can I collect before we were done shopping?
So
I was a little motherfucker making them poor people have to fill those machines back up.
Do you remember Biggs?
Yeah.
Biggs had, like, you slipped them in, like a vending machine. You remember that? Your coupons?
I can't really remember.
They were only at certain registers. I don't know why, but whatever.
Well, Biggs ain't around no more.
So, then the bag breaks and all his shit falls out on his walk home. I felt that scene so hard.
Oh, yeah, that's been me so many times.
I have had days like that.
So many times it's been me.
He goes downstairs to do laundry, and he tells the furnace to shut up. Again, 2 days... He's already grocery shopping by himself, using fucking coupons, and conquering his fears.
Man, just needs a job. He sucks.
Yeah.
These parents are blind
to
what an angel this child is. And his older siblings are holding him the fuck back.
Yes, they are.
Oh, so then the Wet Bandits come back, and he tells Marv to go around back and check it out. And this is the second instance where there's a cuss word in this movie. When he sticks his foot through the doggy door and loses his shoe, and he's like, shit. And he reaches in to grab it. And again, Kevin's doing dishes when this goes down. I have to, like, force my 18-year-old to do fucking dishes every day. It's almost a bribery situation.
I'll let you live if you wash those dishes.
So then he turns on the movie. I love how he's got that movie just queued up. And did you notice, when he woke up that first morning, there was just that tiny little black and white TV. But then... he's doing dishes. Now there's these giant fucking speakers sitting next to the TV on that counter. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that.
He's watching that movie in, like, surround sound now. He has customized the kitchen as his own. Also, I thought it was weird that we never see Kevin's room in the movie.
True. Yeah. We see Buzz's, we see the parents' bedroom, we see the attic bedroom.
Do you see his bedroom in part 2?
No.
No. You see even less of the house, I think.
I think so, too. But anyway. So, he's scared and he gets back in the car. Marv does, and he's talking to Harry, and he goes, and one guy blew the other one away. And then they discuss the name Snakes. Snakes. I don't know no snakes. So then she's at the fucking airport and she's bitching about a spot, and that's when she says, I don't care if I have to get out on the runway and hitchhike, I would sell my soul to the devil. And John Candy turns around. Hey! And then when he's... listen, he has confidence that I have never seen in a man to just outright think that she's going to recognize his polka songs or him. 620 some odd fucking albums in Sheboygan, and he thinks that she's gonna recognize him or his songs.
It's fucking John Candy. I recognize him. It's John fucking Candy.
So then he offers her a ride to Chicago. They're on their way to Milwaukee. Now, at this point...
Where were they at that point? What airport were they at?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. She goes, I've been to...
Was it Dallas or Kansas or Memphis?
It was closer. I think it was No, not Nashville.
Googling it.
Google it. So then the Wet Bandits are casing the house now because somebody named Snakes got blown away. And they see Kevin come out the back and cut down the top of that tree to do the Christmas tree. And then he peeks in, and then they realize he's home alone. Now, I tried to do time-wise the time lapse between when they realize they're coming home alone. He's home alone. They agree to come back at 9 p.m. Okay? So it's still daylight at this point. All right? It's dark. He goes to visit Santa's village. He talks to Santa. Santa gives him Tic Tacs.
That's a cool Santa.
That's a cool Santa. I mean, they weren't the orange ones, which are my favorite.
Yeah, those are the best.
But he gave him, and apparently his elf took all the candy canes home for her boyfriend. That's a good girlfriend, too. So, they discuss this whole thing, and he says, I don't want any presents, I just went, and he lists his family. What?
So she flies from Paris to Dallas, and then Dallas to Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yep. She goes, I don't even know where I'm at right now. So.
Wow, so she was right there by Dunder Mifflin.
Yep, she must have been. She probably could have walked to Dunder Mifflin.
They could have went and picked Michael up.
Oh, yeah.
Back in those days, he was probably busy with Jan.
No, that's way before Jan. That's when
I know.
That's when he would have had the mullet.
So, he visits Santa, and he's on the walk home, and it's getting really, sulky, and he sees the other families, and he's starting to get fucking depressed. So he goes...
Here's my garbage.
Yep. Macaulay Culkin is one hell of an 8-year-old, because my 7-year-old can't do shit on its own.
So anyway, he goes to church, and then that's when he sees Old Man Marley, and they have their sweet little conversation. Which, I mean... I feel like Kevin helped Old Man Marley more than he helped Kevin.
I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here. I probably am, but just cut this part out. But when did the part come when he had all the fucking blown up people fucking moving and shit?
Oh, yeah! I forgot about that part. That's when they came by the second night.
When he stuck his foot... Or, no, because...
First night was sticking his foot through the door.
Yeah, no. The first night was when he flipped the light on and scared him and they left. Then they said, we'll come back tomorrow night. And when they roll past the house... That's when the party's going on. I forgot about that.
The Michael
and he's
Jordan.
Got Michael Jordan.
Yeah, on the fucking
and the girl. And he put a fucking champagne glass in her hand, and she's just spinning around. This kid is a fucking genius. I forgot about that part.
So he set that up knowing that they were casing
Coming
the
back.
place.
Yeah.
But it was before the ultimate plan, right?
Yes,
but
this was before the ultimate plan.
Where did he realize they were going to come back? Or... Did he ever hear him saying something outside when they came the first time, or was this just...
Well, he recognized them because that was right before they almost hit him with the van.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he saw them, the Murphys aren't home. And he put two and two together
because of the smile when he recognized the gold tooth.
Mm-hmm. He was like,
so he went home to plan. He knew what was the fuck going on. Because he was like, I thought the Murphys were in Florida. When he walked out that morning to go grocery shopping. Or go get the toothbrush. So anyway, so he's put two and two together, and then he throws that fun little party, and that was super clever. I forgot about that. Anyway, so he's having the conversation with old man Marley, and he's talking about how him and his son don't talk anymore, and he misses his family, and he misses his granddaughter, and they have their one-on-one. No. At this point, he is not the South Bend shovel slayer. So, and then Kevin's like, fucking call him. If that's the worst that can happen, at least you'll know. Like, you already don't talk. This kid is a genius.
He is
so,
8-year-old shrink.
Yeah.
It's dark when he goes to Santa's village. All right? We know they're coming back at 9. When he, and I don't know if this is just sound effects that they add in, but when he runs out of that church with a fire lit up under his ass to defend his home, there are 8 dings on that fucking clock when he comes out of that church, which means he booked his ass home and put together all that shit, drew out a plan on some fucking paper, color coordinated shit, and set up every fucking thing in an hour.
Did he already have this plan, though?
No. He rushed home. He's like, he said something about, this house is mine and I'm going to defend it. And all of a sudden he rolls out that fucking plan after he made it and then starts setting shit up 1 fucking hour.
Shit.
When you're motivated, you're motivated.
I guess
so. Hard to find the crayons to draw up the plans. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And if I had a dull crayon, we'd be fucked because I don't even know where my pencil sharpeners are. So.
Can you imagine trying to do Home Alone today? The kid be like freaking doing it on 3D CAD on his computer.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? It would be sponsored by, what's that Google House thing?
Google Home.
It'd be sponsored by Google Home, and he'd do it all on his iPad. Get fucking real.
Wait a minute, wasn't there just a commercial about that?
I don't know.
Oh, I gotta look that up. I could have
Right,
swore.
You looked it up. All right, so he makes his mac and cheese. Never even gets to eat it, poor fucking kid. And then it's 9, and then you hear the dongs, and then they show up, and then he's got his BB gun. He's like, don't get scared now. So, I went injury by injury, because at this point, the first time I saw this officially became my favorite part of the whole fucking movie. Oh, did I not call that Google Home shit, though?
Yeah. So that's what happened today with Home Alone. So.
Oh, man, that was good. If you guys get a chance, check out the Google Home
Assistant
Home Alone.
Home Alone. Yep.
Oh, it's great. So, Kevin's about to whoop some ass. So, first, Harry is standing there. He sticks the BB gun out of the doggy door, shoots him right in the fucking nuts. Yes. Then Marv sticks his fucking head in the door and gets it right between the eyes.
It's like, hold on. A firearm just poked out that door and shot my buddy in the balls. I'm going to stick my face in there.
I mean, we can definitely tell who is the brains of the operation. And
do they not make you think of Pinky and the Brain?
A little bit. But I think when in a dynamic duo, there's always a Pinky.
But I really feel like they could have done a whole movie just with those two.
Oh, actually, a little tidbit. Marv was supposed to get his own spinoff.
Really?
Where he finally got out of jail, but when he gets out, he's framed for murder.
Wasn't that called City Slickers?
Hush your mouth. Anyway, so then they decide to go front and back. So Harry's front, Marv's back.
Top and bottoms? Sorry. Guy party joke.
So Harry goes to go up the steps, slips, busts his ass. Marv goes to go down the steps, slips, busts his ass. Then Marv slips again when he's trying to pull himself up on the door with the crowbar. Crowbar lands on the back of his fucking head. And then Harry slips a fucking again on those stairs. Then Marv gets in after he's trying to jimmy a door that's unfucking locked, takes the iron to the face, and then Harry burns his fucking hand on that door.
Yeah, because Kevin put that heating element on there and burned that thing golden
Ooh, and
red.
that M that was in his hand, boy.
McAllister, he'll remember it forever.
Oh, man. So
that's a branding, right? Yeah, that'd be a branding.
So after Marv takes the iron to the face, he burns his hand. He climbs up them fucking stairs with the tar on it, and he loses his shoes, and then he loses his sock, and then he steps right on that fucking nail. Let me tell you, in my mind, that didn't hurt that bad until recently. I got a thumbtack to the fucking foot. Full insertion. And...
Complete penetration.
Complete penetration. I went to the fucking
And this
hill.
bitch yells for 30 minutes, I have a tack hole in my foot. There is a tack hole in my foot.
My tack hole did hurt.
Yeah.
Very much
funny.
the second day. But, so then he falls down the stairs. And then so, Harry's getting pretty fucking pissed at this point. So he decides, fuck the front, and he runs around to the back door. Not the basement door, but the back door. And he opens it, and that's when he gets the blowtorch to the head. He stands there too fucking long.
You mean like our outro?
I'm going to edit every bit of you. And this is going to be called the Fuck Bert Pod.
Bert. Hey, Bert's getting some action. All right.
So then he sticks his head in that snowdrift. And then when he comes up and you can hear that crackling, they did really fucking good on that part.
It looks so bad.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
So
Joe Pesci ain't got no hair anyway, so they did a good job.
So then Marv has fallen down the fucking stairs again, and he's got a fucking nail hole in his foot. So he says, fuck this, and he goes out the basement door to try and find another way in, and whoop! And he slips and falls again. And you hear the crowbar clatter. I fucking love that. So then he kicks open Harry kicks open the door, the blowtorch goes flying, he walks into the other room, and he walks into that aluminum, or the sticky saran wrap full of, what was that shit he squirted on there?
Some sort of glue.
Yeah, it was super fucking tacky glue because it came out of like a caulk thing.
Like silicone or something.
Yeah. So, and then he gets fucking basically tarred and feathered. Poof. And he's feathered, which I thought, it didn't hurt him at all, but it was pretty fucking funny. Because then Marv decides to go in through the window that he sees open, and he steps on that ornament. Those ornaments. Mm-hmm. Those ornaments he actually stepped on. They were made of sugar, though. So somebody took the time to do all those ornaments in sugar so he could fully step on them.
Yeah, I mean, sugar glass, just like the beer bottle.
Like when you see a beer bottle getting smacked over somebody's head in a movie, that's just made out of sugar.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, which is why it shattered so beautifully, because normal beer bottles don't fucking break like that unless you give them hell onto the pavement. So, then they run into each other. And fucking Harry sees Marv, and he's like, why'd you take your shoes off? And then Marv sees Harry, and he's like, why the hell you dress like a chicken? Oh, God. Oh, my God. So good. That still gets me. I still think that's so cute. Anyway, so then they both hear Kevin at the top of the stairs, and they run in, and they both get their asses handed to them by the micro machines. Which, do they still sell micro machines?
Yes.
I think I might get the little dude some.
Well, I don't know if they do.
I don't know if they
might have
make
brought
them
back.
anymore. I thought they brought them back, but I don't know if they actually make them anymore.
So then
we had a whole discussion about this, right? Globe or Globe?
Galoob. Yeah.
Galoob.
Yeah, we had this during the retro. Yeah.
In one of our retro rewind episodes. So then Marv takes a paint can to the face first as they're trying to get up them stairs. You would think he would have learned. Harry, the smart one, goes, I'll get him, Marv! Runs up the fucking stairs and gets a paint can to the face, turns around and ends up on top of Marv. That's when he's like, ooh, you're missing some dental work, and he realizes his gold tooth is gone. You hear it clatter. See, it's little shit like that I fucking love about this movie. I don't think they miss a beat.
No, I mean, everything's on point where it should be. I totally agree.
So then Harry trips over the wire, and then Marv trips over it, but he gets a hold of the pants, and this is when we get the spider on the face.
Yes.
Now, this is not a Kevin blow. But when he throws that, when he screams loud, so the character, Daniel Stern, he actually fucking lets out that scream on purpose. He said that he did not want to hold back. That is the best thing I've ever seen. And when I watched the second one, I couldn't wait for him to scream again. And it came when he was getting electrocuted. I live for that scream that he lets out.
Yeah, he's a funny dude.
But then he throws it on Harry, and then he hits Harry in the chest.
Hold
with a
still,
fucking
Harry!
crowbar.
Hold still, I'll get it. What are you doing, Marv? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Did I get it? Did I get it? No!
Oh, that's so good.
And then Harry hits Marv repeatedly in the arm with the crowbar. Okay. So then, hold on, I'm going to say this part. You know what? We'll do that next. I thought it would be fun to rate the injuries. You don't have to rate them all, but what do you think would be the one that you could take the easiest and still keep going? And which one do you think would have put you down?
All right, so the nail is bad. Stepping on a nail is not good. The flame to the head's pretty bad. The repeated falls on the frozen stairs, man. I mean, just how do you recover from that?
Yeah, I would have been done there. Landing on your back on the
fucking... Dude, I tell you, they go full body, but it was raining at my house one day, and there was only 3 little steps to get down off my porch, and the stairs were wet, and I hit the second one, and my foot slipped out from underneath me, and on the edge of the step, I hit my whole fucking ass bone. I laid there in a puddle, crying for like 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I would have been done right there.
Honestly, if I had to say which one I could have taken the easiest...
So, just to give Daniel Stern full credit, Daniel Stern was a narrator for a show that Brad loved. He's the adult Kevin Arnold in the Wonder Years.
Oh, really?
He's the voice of the Wonder Years.
I did not know that.
I did not either. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is my show, too. I love that show.
I just knew him for, like, Home Alone's and the City Slicker films, you know. And Cap Nowhere? No, that was Christopher Lloyd. He's done a bunch. He's done a whole lot, so...
So, for me, where I would be done...
Yeah, where would you be done? The Micro Machines? It's like stepping on a Lego.
Honestly, the iron to the face. I could take the heat in the hand. I could even take the heat in the head. I might even be able to do a nail in the foot. I limp very well. I've learned that. Having plantar fasciitis, I feel like there's nails and tacks in my feet all the fucking time. But it would have been the iron to the face. If I get hit in the face or the head, I'm fucking done. Like, my day's over. Have you ever come up underneath, like, your fucking car door or something? Or a cabinet and wrapped the fuck out of your head or face on something? Even just your body weight bumping into... I'm fucking done. I would have been done with the iron to the face. Anything else, I feel like I would have been limping like a motherfucker. The crowbar to the chest probably would have fucking killed me. But the iron to the face would have been my out. I would have left that basement, slipped, and never been back again. I'd be sitting in the van waiting for Harry. So, a doctor's diagnosis of the impact of the iron hitting in the face says this is a serious impact with enough force to fracture the bones surrounding the eyes. This is also known as a blown-out fracture, and would lead to serious disfigurement and debilitating double vision if not repaired properly. Brad, what would you have been able to survive and not survive?
I mean, like I said, the steps, I would have said, fuck it.
You would have fallen down the steps first go round?
I've done it a few times. It sucks. It really does.
Have you ever gotten on YouTube and just searched ice fails where people are slipping on ice and stuff?
It make me cringe watching it.
I had one myself. We had a chow, and I was walking him one winter, and he ran out in the road, and I went to try to catch up with him, and I slipped and fell perfectly. My back of my head hit the ground. I felt my brain shake. It
for real, yeah,
so bad. And then, not my story, but my little sister exiting our house, it's like she wants to slide off the stairs and plant herself onto the porch. This is for you, sis. I know you're listening. And of course, we all thought she just wanted to kiss the ground. She was happy to go outside, but no, she fell on the ice.
I still, to this day, regret the fact that my sister was the first one out the door and she got to see it and I didn't. We still send her memes and shit about people falling downstairs. It was excellent. And then we didn't laugh at first. We were genuinely concerned. And then cracked one little and it was fucking over. And
it was done.
My sister and I were pissing our pants while was laying there on the frozen fucking hard-ass concrete rubbing her ankle and dying, and we're just pissing our pants.
God, ruthless.
Oh, man. I mean, we were concerned at first. She said she was okay, and then we lost our shit.
This is the cast of Potty Mouths. We are ruthless animals.
So, the doorknob thing. Glowing visibly red in the dark, it had to have been heated to about 751 degrees Fahrenheit. Harry gives it a nice, strong 1-2 second grip. By comparison, 1 second of contact with 155 degree water is enough to cause third-degree burns. The temperature of that doorknob is not quite hot enough to cause Harry's hands to burst into flame, but that's not far off.
Yeah, so... And you know it's a prominent point, because when you watch the sequel, that M is still in his hands. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably another... I should have mentioned that. I hate getting burnt.
So, the blowtorch to the head. The doctor's diagnosis is Harry has an interesting reaction to having a lit blowtorch aimed directly at his scalp. Rather than remove himself from danger, he keeps the top of his skull directly in the line of fire for about 7 seconds. Exactly, man! That ain't fucking happening in no world. What was likely a second-degree burn is now full thickness burnt, likely to have caused neurosis of the skull bone. This means that the skin and bone tissue on Harry's skull will be so damaged and rotted that his skull bone is essentially dying and will likely require a transplant.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some horrendous injuries.
If those paint cans were full, it would have knocked out all of their teeth.
That was a hell of a hit.
Doctor's diagnosis.
Hell of a hit.
So, now that we've discussed the injuries, my second favorite line in the whole fucking movie. Kevin makes it to the window and does a zip line from the window to the treehouse. And then once he's in there, fucking Harry and Marv run out to that fucking window. And Harry's looking out, and he's like, where did he go? And Marv says, maybe he committed suicide. What the fuck? Maybe he committed suicide. Oh, God. I love this movie so much. So then they try and do the rope, and then Kevin cuts it. And which he's already stopped to call 911. Notice he sent him to the Murphy's house, which he knew exactly where he was going, even to the end of this little scheme. So he cuts the rope. They slam into the wall. He runs over to the Murphys. The basement is about 3 feet of fucking water already.
Oh yeah, that water's all over the place.
So then they decide to cut him off. He comes up them stairs, and there's Harry and fucking Marv. And then they describe what they're going to do to him, smashing his face with an iron. And then Harry says, I'm going to bite off every single one of these fingers, one at a time, and goes in to bite. So, funny story, a little bit of trivia. Joe Pesci didn't want Macaulay Culkin to like him at all, because he thought it would take away from the movie. Mm-hmm. So he kind of got a little method actor on Kevin, and he stayed away from him during the filming as much as possible. Take one, Joe Pesci actually bit Macaulay Culkin's fucking finger and broke skin. Just to get him to freak the fuck out for the movie.
Wow.
Fucking, like, wow.
It's getting into your role.
I mean, damn. So
these people getting the method act, they go a little extreme, I think.
Yeah, really.
I mean, he bit a kid and broke his skin. I mean, I know that sometimes people tell you if you've got a kid that's a biter to bite him back so he knows how it feels, that it fucking hurts. And I get it. I've bit both my kids. But I never broke their skin. Jesus Christ. So, again, Macaulay Culkin's parents gave two shits. Because I'd have had somebody's ass if somebody bit my kid like that. On set or not. But these motherfuckers just wanted that motherfucking payday.
That was good payday.
I hope so. And I hope Macaulay Culkin got every dime of it. So then they get fucking arrested after Old Man Marley saves the day with that snow shovel.
Hell yeah!
Those were great hits. And he's like, let's get you home. Notice when when he took him off the hook on the back of the door, there was no hole in that sweater. I'd like to know who makes that fucking sweater. Did you notice that? It's a sturdy motherfucking sweater.
Well, Kevin weighs like, what, 12 pounds?
Whatever.
I
mean, for our kids, or for our youngest, not for us, because he tears up every damn thing he touches.
True.
So then Kevin's home, he almost got his fingers bitten off by a fucking criminal after he put this whole thing. He's not weirded out. He's not under the bed. He finishes decorating for Christmas. He
cleans up the mess.
Cleans up all that fucking mess.
Except for Buzz's room.
Yeah.
Earlier. He left that, which is hysterical to me.
Cleans up the mess except for Buzz's room and leaves cookies and fucking milk for Santa and just goes the fuck to bed. God damn, I love this kid. So anyway, now it's the fucking truck full of polka players and he's talking about how all those dads in that fucking truck are pieces of shit. And then he tells a story about how he left his kid at the funeral home. Jesus. And he's like, no, he was fine after about 6-7 weeks. When he come around, start talking again.
Oh, John Candy.
God. So then Kevin wakes up. Nobody's there yet. But then suddenly he hears the car door in Mom's home. That awkward moment where they meet each other from across the main hallway. And I honestly feel that if I'm so sorry Kevin hadn't been the first things out of her fucking mouth, he probably would have just straight up murdered her ass in that house.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But then the family walks in immediately afterwards, and Dad's all sarcastic as fuck.
Yeah, it was a flight you were going to take.
Remember that flight you didn't want to wait for? She wanted to get home to her kid. Notice he barely fucking Kevin!
Hey, good job, young man!
And then they immediately all start talking about needing a store for fucking milk. How goddamn important is milk in this fucking family that nobody's genuinely concerned that this fucking 8-year-old has been home for like 3 goddamn days by himself?
No worries, Kevin got the milk.
Yeah, and the laundry detergent. And Buzz says, it's really cool that you didn't burn down the house. God damn it. At least Uncle Frank's gone. Which, by the way, they're from Ohio. At the beginning of the movie, it says, yeah, my brother-in-law just drove in from Ohio.
That's what's fucking wrong
He's
with
from
him.
fucking Cincinnati.
Fucking Buckeye. Oh, man, now the fucking movie makes me come.
He could be from Dayton.
He's probably from Cleveland.
Maybe. That sweater.
Or Toledo.
That sweater.
There's no maybe. He's from Northeast Ohio.
Yeah. You could just tell. So then, immediately, it's over.
Yep.
They're home. Kevin's not dead. It's back to business as usual.
Until Buzz goes to his room. And then you hear, Kevin!
What did you do to my room? But before he sees that, you see Kevin look out the window and see that Old Man Marley's got his family over there. Which again, sweet. I'm telling you, because the family is already just pissed off. You know, like, they've already gone to their room and fucked off and gone to open their presents. Fucking, really? God damn. I would want to know everything. I'd be searching the house. I'd be like, Strip, I gotta check you for marks. Did anybody come in the house? Did anybody touch you? Did you leave? What happened? But yeah, they've already fucked off to do their thing. So absolutely, Kevin helped Old Man Marley way more than Old Man Marley helped Kevin. Because Kevin's family's fucking trash.
They live in a $1.1 million house, and my wife is calling Kevin McAllister's family white trash.
No, they're just trash.
But they're white.
So then, Kevin, what did you do to my room? And it's over. After Dad finds the gold tooth.
Yes.
Doesn't even question it.
It's like, oh, honey?
There's just gold laying in the house.
Yeah. He died, by the way. John Hurd. He died in 17.
Oh.
So, alright, so douchebaggeries.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Douchebaggery. Levels of douchebaggery.
Uncle Frank, number 1 douchebag.
Totally.
Level 5.
I'm giving him a quintuple cunt. Or a quintuple douche. Absolutely 5-star douche.
Yeah, Frank sucked.
I could not have been more pissed off at an individual ever. He treats a kid like shit. He ignores his fucking children. I'm telling you, that fucking dude is pure just fucking douchebag. He's a cheapskate. He's a fucking thief. He treats everybody like shit. He gives 0 fucks about people's personal property. I do not like. Uncle fucking Frank.
Yep, agreed. So I'm going to put the dad, Buzz, all the brothers and sisters at triple douche.
I'm putting Dad at quadruple douche. Because he shows zero give a shit that his son is fucking missing.
Okay, I'll accept that.
Everybody else I'm putting at a triple douche.
And you know what's really funny with me putting them triple douche? Marv and Harry, I put a double douche. I feel like they're less douchey than the fucking family.
No, I'm going to put Buzz at 3.5 douche. Because I do feel like he purposely didn't order Kevin fucking cheese pizza. What kind of fucking behavior is that for a teenager over their 8-year-old fucking brother?
Brothers.
No.
Sorry, that's brothers.
Yeah.
Anyway.
If we put our oldest in charge of ordering pizza, he's going to order what he wants and not what the other one wants. Unless they want the same thing.
I'm going to put Marv. I'm going to put Marv as a double douche. Because he's just a fucking idiot. I'm going to put Harry at a quadruple douche.
Really?
Because he was going to bite a kid and he insisted on going back to that house. Even knowing that kid was home alone. Marv even questioned it. His dumb ass was like,
okay,
he's like, I don't think that we should do this. And he goes, ever since I saw that house, I wanted it. Harry's a greedy piece of shit, and I'm putting it in a quadruple douche.
Okay.
All right, you guys go ahead and do your reading.
Well, I did a bunch of my ratings. I'm going to say the people at the store, double douches.
Double douches.
Because they're like, thief! Damn toothbrush! The kid's got gingivitis. Give him a break.
Brad, what's your douchebaggery
I mean,
list?
I agree with yours. You guys nailed it. So, I couldn't agree more.
Is there anybody else that you would change on ours?
No, not really. I think y'all...
Do you agree with me or Bert on what level of douche Harry is?
I feel like 4 is awfully high.
I'm still
I'm
giving him
gonna
a
say
quadruple
triple.
douche.
I'll say triple. Now, what about Santa? Santa was kind of a butthead to him.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, just because he gave him Tic Tacs, he took care
No.
of him.
He was off the clock. He just got a parking... Kris Kringle got a parking ticket on Christmas fucking Eve. He was in a bad mood, and he turned around and instantly changed. And he goes, I know how it works. He goes, what do you think? And he puts up his beard, and he goes, no, it's okay. And he's like, no, Santa's got to have something for, it's Christmas Eve. No, I would give him... No, I don't give Santa any douches.
Okay, I'm asking. I wasn't going to give him one either. I wasn't going to give him one. I wasn't going to give the lady about the orange juice one or whatever the hell it was.
No, she was just questioning a little kid. She was an adult like, this is weird. She was just questioning what was weird.
What about the cops? I would say triple douche for them.
I'm going to give them 1 douches. They're fat cops in a boring town.
They're fat cops in Chicago.
That town is boring as fuck. Remember Buzz? That was like a private gated whole community.
I know. Where rich motherfuckers live.
Yeah. They had nothing to fucking do.
I'm just saying double to triple douche because you think they'd be more concerned about a kid being left alone.
I'll give him 1 douche, but I'm going to give the cop that came to the door and knocked on the door, didn't even walk around back and says, tell them to count their kids again. I'm giving him a double douche.
Wow. Any cunts?
Mom's kind of a triple cunt.
No, I'm going to take her down to only a double. And I really feel like she redeems herself because everything she tries to do to get back to Kevin.
Right, but also at the same time, too, like, everything she said up until then, and she never once gets on her other fucking kids about how they treat Kevin. If she's the one that put him in that fucking attic by himself. She's probably the one that said the Fuller should piss the fucking bed with Kevin in it. I'm giving her a triple cunt. Brad?
I'm not going to give her anything.
What?
I mean, she had a lot going on that day. She was just fed up. Just saying.
She was busy designing miniskirts, lingerie, whatever the hell she does. She got fucking Uncle Freddie. What a wonderful brother-in-law,
exactly.
Right? What a fucking tool.
All right, I'll take her down to a double, but I still think she's a cunt.
I'll go
There
single
are 15 people in this house, and you're the only one that has to act up. No, bitch!
But isn't like the old saying, it's always the one who retaliates is the one who gets caught. So
No.
She probably never saw Buzz in action.
She had to have seen Buzz trying to barf up that pizza.
Hey, speaking of which, anybody want some pizza?
I really fucking do.
Go ahead, me and Brad will finish it.
Second of all, in a house full of people, all these kids are yelling and screaming, but I've got to imagine that this behavior isn't just today. Buzz is a dick to Kevin constantly. And do you remember in the second movie where he does some bullshit to Kevin, and then Buzz gives that bullshit sob ass fake fucking sorry.
Yes.
They're fucking delusional. She just wants to be left alone, so she takes the path of least resistance. I may bring her down from 3, but I'm still giving her a double cut.
Okay. What about that old couple? Kate tried to swindle them for their tickets, and they absolutely refused.
I give you know what? Honestly, I don't fault them. There was some random calm woman in line. I can imagine the husband thinking that. But the fucking wife was super sweet, and they ended up giving her their ticket, their seat.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't remember. I thought that she had to get another ticket.
She said, please, from a mother to a mother. And then they gave up the seat for Friday, for first class. And she still had on her earrings, which means that the wife didn't take the earrings.
Fuck that, I would have took the earrings.
So I don't rate them on the douche or cunt scale at all. Brad? The old couple in line?
Well, I feel like the husband was being a douche. I get it, though, because I probably won't get my ticket up either.
He's in a hurry and he just wants to get going, and she's fucking around with some random woman in line.
Yeah, I mean, I would be I'd be like, fuck off, until they gave me some, like, convincing evidence, because every day at work, somebody needs gas money to get their kid.
No, 100% agree, you're right. That's rough.
So, you know.
I've been hit for gas money so many times, like, did you not just buy a new pair of fucking shoes?
Yeah.
Like, your third pair this month?
You asked me yesterday, dude. So, yeah.
Don't you owe me $40 already?
Yeah, he probably just assumed somebody's haggling people in airports during the fucking holidays.
We should reenact that scene at CVG.
Oh my god. We get kneecapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't make it past TSA, so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm about to get one of them new licenses that also works at the airport.
Yep, you are.
Yeah, because I thought I was good until 2022. Yeah, it turns out my license expires next month.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I gotta get that shit done immediately because I can't pass that temp test again. It's been too fucking long.
Yeah, she thinks red means go. So.
No, but left is right.
What's the new license you speak of?
So in Kentucky, since it's given out by the county clerks instead of by the state, it doesn't work at the airport.
Oh,
like
really?
Ohio and everything, you can scan its identification. Kentucky doesn't work that way. So there was a mandate that Kentucky had such amount of time, and that mandate passed in September, so all new licenses will be the new airport-friendly travel licenses.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
And I kind of forgot that we live in different states just now when I asked. So.
Right, we're like, what, half an hour apart, but fucking 2 states?
Yeah, fucking tri-state shit.
Yeah, and the funny thing is you live in Ohio, and then I live in Kentucky. No, the good state. Good state, we're going back.
We're going back.
I could probably hit downtown quicker than you can get to downtown from here.
I don't know. How long does it take you to get downtown?
I get there in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then you guys got me.
27 to 471.
Yeah.
No problem.
If you don't have to go through school zones, like 12 minutes.
Yeah, if I don't have traffic, it takes me about 23 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but overall, I totally recommend Home Alone as a family-friendly movie. There are some more adulty things.
It's rated PG. It's absolutely a family movie.
Totally a family movie.
Even with the 3 cuss words.
No deaths, by the way. No deaths.
Yeah, no deaths.
It holds up well.
Yes, it does.
I will tell you, I was just going to ask you, does it hold water? I absolutely...
The Murphys did.
Hey, Wet Bandits! It doesn't matter from the first time I watched it to when I watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
I will always love Home Alone. And I cannot think of a Christmas movie that has come out since that would ever take its place in at least my top 3. It will always be in my top 3. And some days
top 3 is pretty high, but it's definitely it's always worth a new watch.
No, my number 1 is the original cartoon How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and my number 2 is Home Alone. And depending on which day you catch me on, it'll switch, and Home Alone will be my first, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas will be my second.
What's your number 3? Die Hard.
Honestly, and it's. I haven't seen it in years, but when I was little, it was. Oh my god, I can't remember what it was called. They were going to fucking bomb the North Pole.
Hell yeah.
They were like drilling for oil.
South Park, Bigger, Better, and Uncut?
No.
Oh, that's Canada. My bad.
Oh, The Christmas That Almost Wasn't.
A lot of words.
Right. But if I watched it today, it probably wouldn't hold water. So, I'd have to say Elf.
I love Elf.
Elf made it up there.
Yeah, we haven't watched that one. We need to
sit down and watch Elf before Christmas. But I'm probably forgetting one that's in my top that I love more than Elf. But if I had to pick a sequel, it would be Home Alone, Grinch, Home Alone 2, Elf.
Home Alone 2 is solid as fuck, too.
I know,
Yeah,
and,
it
see,
is.
and that's one thing like us movie folks can talk about. Usually the sequels do not hold water to the original. But
No.
Home Alone 2
is-
really does.
Now, every now and then, I mean, you'll come across, like, Alien and Aliens.
Yet Aliens was better, superior than the original.
I know. A
And
lot
I'm
of
not-
people, I mean, and I'm a hardcore fucking, original type person, but when it comes down to it, yes, the first Alien movie was a horror, a sci-fi horror,
That's good,
and the
man.
second one was more like a sci-fi thriller
Action, yep.
but I don't know, well, I almost know Alien word for word, but I absolutely am confident in my every word of Aliens.
But here's my thing: like Aliens was superior to the first one, I think. Home Alone 2 wasn't superior. To
No,
the first
no,
one.
no.
They're on equal ground.
They're
They were
on equal
both
ground.
Good.
I will always like Home Alone better than Home Alone 2 if I had to pick between the
Yeah,
two.
same here.
But
Because of John Candy.
but you watch them back to back because they're both just so good.
Really
and
are.
I mean, fucking Tim Curry is in the second one.
And the great President Donald Trump. Who else was helping Kevin at that hotel?
You better cut out great.
Nah.
Great. Not a single motherfucker in that hotel was willing to help Kevin out. Here's Donald Trump. Can I help you, young man? Man, presidential material right there. Do you know that that's Trump's hotel they filmed in?
Yeah.
And originally it was carpeted floors, and they did the tile for the movie alone, and Donald Trump liked it so much he goes, leave it.
Oh, really?
Yep, they left it. Another tidbit fact for Tim Curry in Home Alone 2, just because it's Tim Curry, he got that job right after filming It.
Oh, no
Duh,
shit.
honey, the clown in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't even fucking pick up
Yep.
on that.
But they wanted somebody that looked normal but was super intimidating to a kid. And since Tim Curry had just got doing It, everybody's like, that's the man for
And
the
it's
job.
that damn grin he has.
Yes.
No matter under what context Tim Curry smiles, it's always just a little bit fucking...
Yeah, it's devious.
Yeah, he's got a fucking grin.
Yeah. But, that's for another pod when we do Home Alone 2, probably this time next year.
Well, here's the thing. We have to put new movies on our movie wheel because...
Christmas is almost over for us,
and
folks.
we're going to be taking Christmas week off because we've got shit to do.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to spin the wheel when we come back. Well, we're probably going to spin the wheel, pick a movie, and then come back with that movie. And then a whole new setup for our movie wheel.
Yeah, I'm technically spinning the wheel now, but there's no movies on here, so it's useless.
So, yeah. So, after Christmas, though. Because I need a week off to be super fucking busy.
Not cooking Christmas dinner because we're doing potluck.
May I tell you, it's the best decision we've ever made.
If you say so.
Doing an easy Christmas.
Best decision I ever made was marrying you.
Oh.
Yes, it worked.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. You say one nice thing to me, and I actually believe you for a second.
It's kind of true.
And then you fuck off. Fucking ruin it.
Kind of true. Let's wrap this up because I want some pizza.
Oh, my God.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so Home Alone is solid as fuck, and if you don't love it, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
Flat Earther.
Uncle
Definitely.
Frank.
He's a flat earther.
I love how
Sure.
we argued over the placement of the burglars that threatened to kill Kevin, but Uncle Frank made it to quintuple douche for all three of us.
I think that's the greatest thing ever.
Don't be a
honestly.
stingy ass motherfucker, and if somebody pays for you to go to Paris, you buy him all the fucking pizza he wants.
Ungrateful fuck.
So anyway, we'd like to thank Purple Planet for our aggressively long intro and outro.
Thank you. I'm glad you finally agree with me.
We'd like to thank Podbean and the Podbean app, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeart, and YouTube. Does anybody check? Make sure we're still on YouTube.
We're still on YouTube, and so's Guy Party.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna cut. I don't know.
Woohoo! We've made it.
I think
8
it's going to be
days!
a lottery thing. I think there's going to randomly oh look, not a lot of views, and it's just going to go through.
Yeah.
But if it's fresher, I think they're looking at 10-year-old videos and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This only got 18
Like,
views from 10 years ago.
dormant pages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well-
That's what I see happening.
So far, we have made it 8 days into the YouTube cut.
We've
So
done
I'm proud.
Awesome success.
So if you want to talk about Home Alone, or, we're still looking for them Santaphilia ladies, you can email us at pottymouths@gmail.com. We also need some listener movie suggestions for Mystery Box number 4. You can contact us also on Instagram, our Facebook page, where we will be posting our spins on the movie wheel, and Twitter at MousePotty.
Sounds good.
Oh, this is Stephanie.
This is Bert.
Brad.
Good night.